Hello everybody, this is David from GundamMeister.com coming to you today with an unboxing of the RX-77-2 Guncannon. Now, those of you that don't know about this is pretty much as old as the RX-78 as far as when we all first saw it for the most part. And as far as when it was released, this one was done in 1999, so it's definitely got some age on it. But I was able to take and pick this up from GundamPlanet.com along with 5 other kits, I believe, 4 other kits that I had drop shipped to me the other day. So I'm going to be taking and doing unboxings on all of those in the upcoming couple of days. But I'm going to start with this one first, seeing as it's, you know, one of my favorites as far as being a classic and stuff. But I've gone ahead and already opened this just to take and get all of the plastic wrap off of it, because it's very annoying for you guys to be hearing that with it snapping and cracking and everything else on the microphone. I'm sure you guys definitely would rather hear other things than that. But anyways, let's get started. One of the things I actually liked about the instruction manual, and I wish they'd continue to do this on the newer ones that have been released, is that they do some nice full color art, a lot of different poses, but also they have a lot of the actual technical specs of the mecha that is actually in English. Unfortunately, I can't read Japanese, so I'm not sure if they still do this in the Japanese guides or instruction manuals or not. But I know for the American ones, for the most part, when they put them out, that we don't get the English stuff anymore, sadly. So that's one of the downsides of it. But like I said, these older ones, they like to release a lot of eye candy pictures, if you will, for the actual instruction manuals themselves, showing them, not going super crazy done up like you see some of the other stuff these days. But, I mean, you can still see that it's got some, weathering effects, wear damage and stuff like that. And, so they did it a little bit, but they didn't go crazy like some of the people do these days when they decorate them out for shooting of the instruction manuals or the promo videos. But pretty much your normal fanfare as far as, listing the features of the Gundam. Well, I shouldn't say Gundam, I should say mobile suit. But nothing too crazy as far as that's concerned. And going over some of the weapon systems. And on the back end, we have some pretty cool art. As far as you got the classic pose when he's on his basically stomach screaming for help, firing. Pretty cool that they actually made it so that I can take and do that. When they first announced this, when I first heard it ages ago, I thought, oh yeah, it'd be kind of cool if we can take and do this. I never thought they would actually allow us to do this with the swivel joint and stuff that's in the waist. And plus the special hands that come with it for this particular pose. Then you get other poses like, shooting in the air, holding a beam rifle, and then some back art and stuff like that, showing you what the back of it looks like. And then, of course, your 4 colors. Pretty much 6 color base unit, or rather, 6 color paint guide. So not too much coloring on this, and obviously with, the majority of this thing being in red, you're not going to have to do too much unless you want to actually go out of your way and do a lot of customizing on it. Instruction manual, of course, again for this one is pretty short and sweet. You got let's see, you got 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 runners, and I know there's 2 different sticker packs in here. One's a foil for the visor, which I'll show you guys later, and the other one are the actual stickers. No dry rubs, no water decals, water slides, so you won't have to worry about that. But pretty straightforward as far as the assembly and stuff like that. It's not very hard at all. It's actually probably one of the easiest kits if you want to start out getting into Gunpla building that you could pretty much do. So it's definitely recommended if you want to see what the whole hobby is all about. I definitely highly recommend starting out with something easy like this, especially from the older kits. But anyways, get that out of the way. We'll start going through some of the what do you want to call it there? Runners. So this first one, which I found was kind of weird, when you take and you look at this, at least in my light, when you're looking at the little holes that are supposed to represent the actual individual missile tubes, I guess you could say. It actually has a slight green, like a mint green hue to it. It's kind of weird because, you know, the plastic, it has kind of a green hue to it, but it's the majority of it's white, so it's kind of interesting how they did that. And you get, of course, the you know, head, some of the backpack features, or the, excuse me, the back for the tubes on there for I don't know if they're propellant tanks or whatever. So that's runner C. Runner, looks like this one's D. You get the chest piece for the front of the torso for the mech. Then you have runner A2, which looks like we got possibly for the side of the head. I'm not sure. Actually, you know what? No, those are for the hands rather. So it looks like it's part of either the trigger setup or something else. I'll have to take and double check on that. But yeah, A2 runner. Color is pretty much kind of like a grayish blue color. Not quite sure what you exactly call it. It's not you know, gray. It's got kind of a blue mixed into it. So this is basically going to be a lot of the frame parts that you do see will be this color actually. And then for your polycaps, you have a PC-120, which comes with 3 different sets of hands for the mech, and you get 2 different, I believe these are the actual what do you want to call it there, the mounts for the heads. I'm not quite sure why they give you 2, so it's going to be interesting reading through the manual why they actually gave us those, unless that's actually not the head, which would be kind of surprising because it definitely looks like one of the I guess you could say more traditional head setups for the polycaps. And then we have, let's see, runner B, which is in the majority of the red, which is going to make up for the bulk of the suit. You get the chest piece, back piece here. Looks like skirt armor, some of the leg armor. What else? Cuffs, inner frame, not an inner frame, but the what do I want to call it there? The leg connections for the bottom part of the waist and such. And this is done again in a kind of like a candy apple red almost, a little bit brighter possibly. And I'm not sure what this is, if this is supposed to be part of a V-fin or not. I'm pretty sure these don't have a V-fin on them if I remember from the box art. Let me just double check. No, actually it's for the top of the visor, that small piece. So I was incorrect on that. And then, let's see what runner this one is. This one is runner A1, and you have the trigger fingers. You have some vents. The special pose hands that allow it to go down on top of its stomach to allow it to do the, you know, the scene classic, if you will, from shooting from the ground. And then you have some of the gun barrels. More stuff for the backpacks. These could potentially be for the shoulders. I'll have to double check on that. You got your feet over here, and you got, of course, your beam rifle, which will be interesting to put together. It's definitely way simpler than what I'm used to putting together in these newer kits. And again, this is with the dark, but the bluish silver color, similar to a lot of the frame parts and stuff like that, which I'm sure I'll probably go through and paint out a lot of this stuff just because of the fact that, you know, I'm not a big fan of leaving stuff unfinished, but, you know, it's looks better, I think, a little bit more painted up, but you can see definitely some, I don't know if you can see that or not. Let me try zooming in for you guys. But with right in here, you can kind of see this little ripple that goes through the center connect for this thing. It actually cuts into the tank right here on the right hand side, or my right, your left hand side, and that's gonna have to be potentially sanded out. It's gonna be kind of a pain, and this one's actually got a little bit of casting mark on it as well. It's kind of hard to see in the camera. My only concern obviously is it's an older kit. The details aren't quite as deep as the newer ones, so I might have to take and re-etch out some of these fine details for going back later on, and you know, pulling out the details with the panel lining and stuff like that, panel washing. So that'll be something I'd have to take a look into. But yeah, so that'll probably be something else that's going to get painted as well. And then of course you have your stickers, which are being a pain to get out of the box. So you got your stickers, as I call them, which you have your 108 and 109 stickers. And then you have your visor sticker, which is kind of hard to see without the light reflecting. But your visor for the head, the foil sticker for that. So again, there's not that many stickers in this particular kit, but I mean, for a kit like this, you know, less is better. In the case of how this thing was kind of very rough in a classic sense, you know, very minimalistic, built during a wartime when they were trying to crank these out just before the big war kicked off. So they did get these out, you know, a decent amount of them out during 77 before the war kicked off in, I think it was 78 when the RX-78 was released. So they did definitely take and get a few of these released compared to the RX-78 at least. So anyways, guys, look for this to be built up here pretty soon, probably either tomorrow or the next day, depending on what I have for a workload at work, as well as stuff going on after work. And then as far as painting and detailing and stuff like that, I currently don't have my airbrush set up. Unfortunately, everything has to go downstairs in a dedicated room, and right now we've just been getting murdered with snow here in Massachusetts, so I have to wait until the snow melts basically to be able to get a truck down there to bring in some of the stuff that I need for down there in there, and then we'll get that all set up as well. And so we'll take and do some detailing and stuff on it, and we'll show you what we did, possibly some weathering depending on if, you know, I want to go that route or not. But anyways, guys, feel free to rate, comment, subscribe. Visit our website, GundamMeister.com. We have Twitter, Facebook fan page. We're doing Twitch live streams as well. There's YouTube live streams. And I'll put all that information down below in the description section and stuff. So again, feel free to give us a like, subscribe, comment, and we will catch you guys later. Thanks for watching.